Shalom everyone, it's called Torah, and it's Parashat Haazinu that we're going to discuss today. Towards the end of Parashat Haazinu, the Torah portion that we will read this Shabbat after Rosh Hashanah, the Torah states that Hashem told Moshe, Be'etzem hayom hazeh, on that specific day, to go on the mountain and to view the land of Israel and to basically know that that's his last day on earth. This phrase, Be'etzem hayom hazeh, on this specific day, draw our attention to two other times that this phrase was mentioned. The first time was in the time of the flood, where Hashem says to Noach, and he described it, Be'etzem hayom hazeh ba Noach ve'ishto el hateva, that on that specific day, on that day, Noach and his wife and his children entered the teva, entered the ark. The second time that this phrase is mentioned is during Exodus, that the Jewish people left Mitzrayim, left Egypt, Be'etzem hayom hazeh, on that specific day. And the third time, it's in our parsha, when Hashem says to Moshe, on that specific day, on that day, you shall go on the mountain and die. And the question is, what's the common denominator between the three incidents or the three times that this phrase is being mentioned? I would like to suggest to you the following idea based on Rashi. In the time of the flood, the generation of the flood said, if we see Noach entering the teva, entering the ark, we're going to take hammers and we're going to break the ark. We will not allow him to go into the ark. And Hashem said, let's see. I'm going to bring him in the middle of the day and you will not be able to do anything. Basically to show God's strength. Same thing happened in Egypt. The Egyptians said, if the Jews are leaving Egypt, we will go and chase them, we'll go and kill them. And God said, let's see. I'm going to take them out in the middle of the day and you can't do anything. So we found a common denominator between the first two events. How is that related to the third one? So Rashi brings a very interesting interpretation. Rashi says that when the Jewish people heard that Moshe is about to die, they said, it's impossible. We will not allow him to die. And how can he die? He is a miracle man. He did the plagues in Egypt. He took us out from Egypt. He took us through the desert. He split the sea. He helped us win all those mighty nations. There's no way he will die. God says, you will see my strength in the middle of the day, on that specific day. When I say Moshe goes to the mountain and die, that's exactly what will happen. So really the word or the phrase Be'etzem hayom hazeh on that specific day comes to show Hashem's strength. But it also comes to teach us a very important lesson. This parsha describes the last day of Moshe on earth. It was very hard to believe that a person like that will die. How can we explain that? He's the guy, he is the leader who stopped death. How can he die? It's a shock, it's a trauma. It's an unbelievable event. But that's exactly where is the point. Moshe is a human being, like you and like me. The only thing that differentiates Moshe from us is that he really put his efforts to become godlike. Moshe, basically demonstrates to us what can we achieve as human beings. He was not a saint, he was not an angel, he was a human being who was able to develop himself and to make himself someone who can talk to God face to face. But you know what's the good news? We can do it too. We have an opportunity. On Wednesday night, we start a new year. Let's make a decision to be as godlike as we can, to maximize our efforts with Torah learning, to maximize our efforts in caring for others and to love every Jew, to maximize our efforts to reach out to others, and to be as godlike as we can. Thank you, and Shana Tova.